The Hidden Choice, Part 2. Title: The Hidden Choice, Part 2. The gods may choose, but love changes the heart. He couldn't believe that he was destined to choose a wife from a group of masked and faceless virgins, as tradition demanded. The thought tormented him, but he couldn't tell Amina who he truly was, nor the weight of what awaited him. Amina's heart sank. She had grown to love the stranger she had nursed back to health. But she only nodded, trusting his word. "Go, and may the gods guide you. Don't forget me." He promised he would return, but as he walked away, part of his soul stayed behind with her. Chapter 8. The Kingdom in Mourning. Back in the kingdom, chaos and sorrow ruled. The king had sent his men to search every corner of the land for the missing prince. They found only the lifeless bodies of his guards, slain on the roadside. The kingdom wept. The drums of mourning sounded through the hills. The king tore his royal garment, believing his only son was dead. Days turned into weeks. The people began to lose hope. Then one evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, the king and his royal council gathered to discuss the future of the kingdom. Heated arguments filled the air. Some said another heir must be chosen. Others begged for more time. Suddenly, the king lifted his head. His eyes widened. "Behold!" he exclaimed. "What is that I see from the sunset?" Everyone turned. At first, it looked like a shadow, a mirage swaying in the golden light. But the figure grew clearer, closer, until they recognized the face. Gasps filled the courtyard. "It is the prince," someone cried. The palace erupted in joy. The lost heir had returned. Chapter 9. The Feast of Return. The king wept tears of joy and embraced his son tightly. For 2 days and nights the palace overflowed with celebration. Drums echoed across every village. Fires burned, songs rose, and the kingdom rejoiced. But while everyone danced, the prince's heart remained restless. He thought of Amina, the woman who had saved his life, the one who now held his heart. Later, he sat with his father and told him everything: the attack, the wounds, the kind-hearted girl who found him, and how she cared for him without knowing who he was. The king listened, then sighed deeply. "My son, gratitude is noble, but remember, you are heir to the throne. The gods will decide your wife, not your heart. The time for the sacred ritual draws near. You must obey." The prince bowed, but sadness clouded his eyes. The thought of Amina faded like a dream he couldn't hold on to. Chapter 10. Amina's Pain. Days passed, and Amina waited. Each morning she watched the road, hoping to see him return as he promised. But the path remained empty. She heard rumors in the marketplace that the lost prince had come back alive, that the kingdom was feasting. But she laughed bitterly. "It can't be him," she said. "A prince would never love someone like me." Once again, the whispers of the villagers stung her heart. Like mother, like daughter, they said. Misfortune follows their blood. Amina cried quietly at night. The only man who had seen her for who she truly was had vanished from her world. Chapter 11. The Cousin's Visit. One afternoon, her mother's cousin arrived from the city. She worked near the palace and brought news of the upcoming royal selection. 6 virgins would be chosen to take part in the sacred ritual to determine the prince's wife. "I have no daughter of my own," said the cousin, "and you, sister, have only Amina. Let her go. Who knows? Maybe the gods will favor her." Amina shook her head. "No one will ever choose me." "Not even the gods." Her mother held her hand tenderly. "My child, the gods can write new stories even from broken hearts. Go, and let destiny speak." After many tears and persuasion, Amina agreed, not out of ambition, but because her mother's eyes pleaded with her to try. Chapter 12. The Sacred Selection. The palace courtyard overflowed with maidens from every clan. Some came with pride, others with deceit, and many with desperation to become queen. The priests examined them one by one. Those found impure were sent away in disgrace. At the end, only 6 virgins were chosen, Amina among them. They were isolated and kept under watch until dawn. The air was thick with fear and envy. Some of the women whispered dark plans to cheat the gods, willing to do anything to win the prince's favor. But Amina stayed quiet, praying silently for strength. Chapter 13. The Night of the Hidden Faces. At sunrise, the ritual began. The prince waited in the sacred chamber, his face covered as custom required. 2 elders stood nearby, silent witnesses to ensure the ceremony was carried out in purity. One by one, the maidens entered and left as the bell rang. None spoke a word. No one was allowed to see the other's face. Finally, Amina's turn came. She walked in trembling, her veil heavy, her heart pounding. As she stood before the prince, something deep inside him stirred. A strange warmth, a heartbeat familiar yet forgotten. Their souls touched through silence. Though he could not see her face, the prince felt something divine. If only I could choose, he thought, I would choose this one. But tradition bound him. The gods alone would decide whose womb would bear his seed. When the bell rang, Amina quietly rose and left. The 6 maidens were dismissed, each to return home and wait. Only time and fate would reveal the chosen one.